Okay, guys. Day one. So ta ana me conjugation ni Igbo. Um, so this is just me practicing. I'm not an Igbo teacher by any means. I am an Igbo learner who is sharing my journey. So I'm basically going to be writing this conjugation worksheet, which I got from Language Lords YouTube channel. He had a website and he posted this spreadsheet that allows you to fill in fill in the correct conjugation for different phrases in your target language. So that is what I will be doing. I'll be filling in the correct conjugations in Igbo language, starting with the beginning part. This is so I am in Igbo is agam or album. Album. Yeah, album. I don't know why I said agam. Album. So that's what I will write here. So or album or adim. Album. In Igbo is I am. You are is ede, able. So I write able. He is awful. And one thing with Language Lord's spreadsheet is that he actually did not include the, I don't know what you would call the version of um, I am that is like de instead of bull. Like is it present continue present perfect? Like those types of things. I don't know. So I would want to augment this document to let me see if I can, yeah. I would want to augment this document to include those nuances in the Igbo language that do not account for in the English language. So there's a different way to say is, am, are in Igbo when things are not permanent and when things are permanent. Bo is for when things are permanent and de is when things are not permanent. But anyway, obo is all that's for he, she is. So we is anye, bo. You all are unu, unu, bo. They are ha, bo. Okay, so let us go on to imperfect. Imperfect, past imperfect, or imperfect. Yeah, right? That is like, and I looked up, I was trying to figure out what do they mean by imperfect tense, right? So um, I should also put examples in this column. Let's say example. Specifically for imperfect tense, because I wasn't sure what they meant by imperfect, but in imperfect tense, they could say something like, I was doing something. Like, for example, I was walking when it rained. It usually is something that is happening and it indicates an action that happened repeatedly or is um, ongoing or habitual or incomplete in actions in the past. So an example would be I imperfect is something like was walking when it rained. Or um, you, hold on, let me find another example. Hold on, let me find an example. Examples of imperfect tense in English. I was studying when you called. She was sleeping when the phone rang. Right. Hold on, let me find this thing. So you would say something like, you were sleeping when I called. You were sleeping when I called. Or he was eating when you knocked on the door. Or let's see. It says she used to. But there's another way to say used to in Igbo. Like, used to is a whole nother thing in Igbo language. So this thing is saying that imperfect would also be used to, but this is not the way you would say used to. Like, you would say something else to say used to in Igbo. So I'm not going to get into that. But I think we need to do I need to put present permanent in here. I don't know if, because bull is permanent, and then, right, that's the difference between bull and diff. I am, for bull, is permanent. And then I need to include I am. Actually, let me see if I can copy this. Control C. And copy it down here. And put present temporary. Oh, present, not temporary. Temporary is not the right word. It's like changing. It's like present fluid, or let's just say temporary. And then we'll bring it, copy it here. All right. So this is de. So I'll just write it now. This is I dem I, de, a, de, and this can be copied. Anyị de, unu de, ha de. All right. So coming up here again, another thing that I wanted to add was used to, because this thing doesn't consider it. Would be, could be, should be, subjunctive, would have, could have, should have, had been, going to be, have been, I was just, been, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's put I used to. I used to. You used to. What do we put? He used to. He used to. She used to. It used to. We used to. You all used to. And they used to. That's another thing that they have in Igbo language that you gotta remember. So I want to make this line here static or pinned, or I don't know what they call it in this one. More cell actions. It's not letting me. Pre-built tables, drop down, smart chips, insert note. It's not letting me have the one where you like, where this row is copy, data validation, moral actions. Freeze. This is what I want. Freeze up to one row. All right, cool. So that way, when we're scrolling, we're still seeing the categories. Awesome. Okay. So let's go on to the next tense. I was imperfect. I was walking when it rained. So this one, I learned this phrase. I learned this way of this Igbo, this thing from one of my Igbo teachers. The phrase is, oh, this is not it. I think it's all yawal. All on. I was. And the thing about this is that Igbo is contextual, so it really depends on the verb itself. You can't just say, I dim and then add the thing. You have to sometimes think about what is the verb you're saying. So I might not even say I was walking in the sense that I would say I na adim, agam adim anam abum. You may say we have a sentence here that says Obi has come here today. Obi came here today. Obi is on his way. Obi has eaten food, and Obi ate food. So these are different tenses, but I'm trying to figure out how to say I was. Like, it's Igbo is very contextual, so you have to so what we're trying to say is you were sleeping when I called. Let me look up. Let me use some of these dictionaries. I have a few resources here. One of them is Igbo by Mama Chatama. So let's see if she has verb conjugation in this book in a good way, in a way that I can fully see. Preface. Let's see if she has verb conjugation in this book. She has parts of the body, Igbo writing system, vowel harmony, syllabic nasal, consonants, digraphs, vocabulary for everyday, self-introduction, okay, Ezinula, Honorable, Ekele, Ogenelekere, colors, diversity of Igbo dialects, household items, physical attributes, health, well-being, daily routines, transportation, everyday conversation, nature, animals, food. Wow. Okay. Verb tenses. Here we go. Verb tenses, verb conjugation. Page 435. Okay, let's see if she got it right in this book. 435. Verb tenses. Okay. He worked. Okay, so where we are is imperfect tense. So he has past tense, present tense, future tense, imperative tense, subjunctive mood, continuous tense. We're looking for imperfect. Past, simple past tense, simple present tense, future tense, negative conjugation, okay, future negation, okay, she doesn't go too deep. So let's save that for when we come to something that needs that example. But she doesn't really have it. So let's see if we have imperfect tense for in this book. This is actually an Igbo dictionary by Michael J.C. Echeru. So I'm going to look into this dictionary and see if they have. So they have a glossary back here that does some conjugation. Actually, it doesn't. It has something else. It has suffixes and enclitics in the glossary. So it's not going to help there. I should call my Igbo instructor and ask him. Well, let's see if we can do this ourselves. Okay. I was walking when it rained. Anamagije, right? I was walking when it rained. I was walking when it rained. I think that's I agawalam. I think that is agawalam ije where obidoro listening while I worked. Hi, let's see this comment. I definitely like this listening while I work. Hi, Wilfred. This is thank you for appreciating the work I'm doing. I'm just writing. I'm just doing some Igbo conjugation, trying to figure out how to conjugate some of these words in Igbo. So thank you for your appreciation. Um, so the word that I'm looking at is I walked while it went. I was walking when it rained, and I believe this is agawalam ij because gawalam is um, gawalam would be he started walking, but he didn't like finish walking. He just started walking, started the process of walking. Do you do podcasts? I run a biz podcast. I'd like to have you on. Can I send you an email? Yeah, you can definitely send me an email. Um, you can definitely send me an email, Wilfred Ejiofor. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Um, I haven't started a pod. Well, I had a podcast before, but I stopped posting to it. And I've been thinking about starting a new podcast in which I interview Igbo kind of people who are doing Igbo online and stuff like that, different people who do Igbo teaching, Igbo, anything related to Igbo online. And I wanted to just interview them and talk to them and have conversations with them about their things because my primary objective is just to promote Igbo language and create more content with Igbo. And me personally, I'm an Igbo learner. I'm not fluent in Igbo. I'm not an Igbo teacher, but I do document my journey. So, and I also have another channel where I create Igbo cartoons. So, but on this particular channel, I just document my Igbo learning journey. So yeah, you can definitely interview me on your podcast. I don't mind. Okay, so let's go back to translating this. So let's say I was walking when it rained. I'll say agawalam. And if anybody has any corrections, you can just let me know. Agawalam ije mwe miri zoro. That's like I was in the process of walking, or I started walking. Then it rained, right? So this is basically a kind of like an imperfect tense. Um, then you say you were sleeping when I called, and so the way you would translate this is um, e. So we have this capital I with a dot under it. E. So were sleeping would be um, you will take the sleeping verb, the verb that says you were sleeping. So you would take the sleeping verb, which is ihiora. So you will say I is it hiriwela? I'm gonna figure out how to try to conjugate this. Ihirel ihirela. the the part that would convert it, he hiela hiela. No, hold on. Hiwela. I think it's hiwela. Hie or hie ora ihiwela. Ihiwela. Ora ihiwela. I think it's it's either hiwela or hiwela. Let me look at this. I think it's hiwela ora when I called Mbemboro. Mbemboro. Oh gosh. Boro. I have trouble putting the dot under the O because my keyboard is weird. I don't know what the function is for me to put the dot under the O. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Ihiwela ora Mbemboro. I think it's hiwela. I know gawala. Agawala m ije mgbe mmiri zoro. Ihiwela ora Mbemboro. That means you were sleeping or you were already, you know, you had already started sleeping when I called. hmm Now this next one is he was eating when you knocked on the door, right? This is o riewela nri mgbe mgbe ị kwụrụ aka my bad aka n'ụzọ n'ụzọ. I believe that's what that translates to. Ihiewela ụra mgbe m kpọrọ. O riewela nri mgbe ị kụrụ aka n'ụzọ. Okay. So she was, let's see, find a sentence for she was. She was getting dressed. She was getting dressed when he arrived. It was, let me see the examples that this thing gave. It was, golly, let's see. It was, I'm trying to find a good sentence that that incorporates this concept in imperfect tenses. Let's see, imperfect tense. I'm looking right now on Google, but you can't see it because it's on a different screen. Let's see. I used to. Like this is also Spanish too, and they're saying a lot of I used to instead of the tense that I want it to be. I mean, fine, let me just think of an example. I'll just say it was um, finishing. It was finishing when he came. When educate came. So we can differentiate the first it from the second it. That's why I'm using somebody's proper name. We will start with the we. We were playing uh playing ball when it started raining. You all were on the way when we were finishing. Let's say were um, they were they were finding. Yeah, we'll say they were finding. They were finding. What were they finding? Um, they were finding where we were while we were eating. Okay. All right. Let's continue. So she was getting dressed when he arrived. Um, how would you say getting dressed? First, you have to figure out how she would say getting dressed. Getting dressed is ine jikere or ine yiwe, right? Jikere is just getting ready or preparing, but yiwe. So o we'll say o you yiri is past tense. Yewela, I think I would say yewela uwe. O yewela uwe. O yewela uwe when he arrived. Where all, oh, I can't do the dot with under the O. When he arrived, where all, what is arrived in Igbo? Is it lota? Lota is returned, but arrived is, okay, um, biara, right? Let me look up arrived in the Google Translate. Translate English to Igbo. Let's say arrived. Biarutere. Ah, that is correct. Biarutere. Sometimes I see someone who's like, yeah. Mwe obia rutere. Oyewela uwe mwe obia rutere. You see, some of these things are like you have to know how to conjugate them, which is why I'm doing this exercise. Because in order for you to speak Igbo like an Igbo, like a Igbo native, you really need to be able to know how to conjugate these verbs. So yewela, I think this is correct. I'm going to ask my Igbo teacher whether I'm correct in this translation, but oyewela uwe mwe o biarutere. Actually, I should call because all these words hiewela ora and oriewela nri and oyewela uwe, like I've never heard them before, so I'm not sure I'm actually translating them correctly. I know agawalam ije mwe muzoro is correct because it sounds correct to me, but the other ones can't really say the same. So I'm gonna call my Igbo instructor now and see if he is even like available, and yeah, and see if we can get an answer for this question. Give me 1 second while I call. Hello? Hello? Yeah, yeah, I'm trying to do some translation this morning, right? And I'm looking for, because I'm translating imperfect tense, right? So the sentence is, you were sleeping when I called. How would you say that? Is it ihiwela or mwemporo? But if you're saying I was walking when it rained, would you say agawalam ije mwemirizoro when it rained? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm writing a spreadsheet, right? And I'm trying to, it's just a practice, it's an exercise I'm doing. And I'm trying to identify the pattern in the conjugation of verbs. And so the first one um I did was just present permanent, which is bull, right? But then I was like, okay, but when you start going into imperfect tenses, you start having to conjugate the verb you're meaning to use in the sentence. Which is why when I saw Agawalam EJ, I was like, okay, yeah, this does make sense because I remember the lesson that you gave us when you were teaching Express Igbo. But then I was like, okay, so then if you're saying something like you were sleeping when I called is the same format as I was walking when it rained. So I was wondering how would you change that ihira into, yeah. I know it's ihira, but how would you conjugate it? Ihiwala ora. Ihiwala. Okay. Mhm. 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 Okay. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. So in Sorry, let me just get it correct. You said inone hura mwem boro. Inone hura. Mhm. Yeah. Okay, and then I wrote, and then I said, so I'm translating a few sentences that I cooked up, basically. So the next sentence is he was eating when you knocked on the door, and I wrote, Oriwela nri mwe ikoro akanozo. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, I've seen the pattern. Cool. All right. I'm still doing the exercise. So if I get into a if I get confused or if there's something that I have a question with, I'll call you. All right, bye. Okay, so it looks like I was doing it correct. The only difference is that I had put an E in the. I was putting E's where there was shouldn't have been an E. So Oriwela Inri Mwe I Corona Akanozo is correct. Oyewela Uwe Mwo Biarutere is correct. He was finishing when Educate came is O finishing is was finishing is Mechawa, I think, or is it Mechawa or Mech? Is it Mechawa or is it? Let me see. Finishing Mecha. Finishing what? Irocharo. Finishing what? That's the thing. So you have to be able to conjugate. Like this is kind of weird. So finishing what? So you're gonna say he was finishing work. Let's say he was finishing work when educate came. So for that, you would say, oh, it was finishing. No, my bad. So it's not work. So it was finishing. We'll say the movie was finishing. It, as in the movie. So, or um, or the song, or the party. The party was finishing. So, or the event was finishing when. So, if we say the event was finishing or the party was finishing, we'll say Ogocha, I think. That's why it's important to know what is finishing because if the event was if it was you were finishing work, you were wocharing oral, but if the event was finishing, you would say that oh now wo like it's finishing, you know? So um that's like it was ending, which is onago, right? So you'll say all all wo cha wala mwe ejike biarutere. which is what I think is like you need to know number one, the context of the finishing and what is finishing, because the verb changes depending on that. And then you have to consider everything else in the sentence. So what I'm those sentences that I believe in is Ogo Chawala Mwe Ejike Biarutere. Ogo Chawala or all I believe it's all Nago Chawala. I'll have to check on this one. Let me highlight this in red if I can. This, the color of this, I'm gonna make this red so that I can ask my Igbo teacher. Excuse me. When I have the time, we were playing ball when it started raining. Well, this one I'll say Anyi, Anyi for we, Anyi na Anyi wa la ball mwe mmiri bidoro izo. That one is we were playing ball when it started raining. Anyị gbawala ball mgbe mmiri bidoro izo. Okay. You all were. So you all were on the way when we were finishing. You all were on the way. Unu is you all. Unu were on the way would be nonuzo. On the way, right? On nonuzo. So we would say Nawala Nuzo. Nawala Nuzo. Unu Nawala Nuzo. That's what I think it is. Anyway. But I don't think you would say that way I think that's formal. I don't think that you would say that in casual speech. However, I'm going to write it because it stays with the format. Unu Nawala Nuzo. When we were finishing, mgbe anyị na-emechara when we were finishing. Wait a minute. That I have to get it right. So it's not mechara, it's ne. Mgbe anyị mechawala. I think that's what it is. I gotta. Okay. Unu nawala n'ụzọ mgbe anyị mechawala. I'm gonna put this in red too, so that I can ask my Igbo teacher later. All right. They were finding where we were while we were eating. Ha cha cha. Let's see if this will work. No, it doesn't work. chapota chapota wa lara. Ha chapụtawala anyị ebe anyị nọ. Ha chapụtawala ebe anyị nọ mgbe anyị when we were eating. Mgbe anyị riwela nri. Ha chọpụtawala ebe anyị nọ mgbe anyị riwela nri. That's what I think. They were finding where we were while we were eating. Igbo is not for the faint of heart. Igbo is not for the faint of heart. It is very, very yeah. Okay. I was past tense. Past tense it really depends on the sentence itself, because you could say I did him, I bought him. But then if it's within a sentence, you're saying I was studying, I bought him, akoko, right? So it really depends on the sentence itself. Let's say I was studying, you were studying, he was studying, she was dressing up, it was falling down, we were studying, you all were studying, they were studying. I changed she, it from he because I wanted to change them because I didn't want all three sentences to just say the same thing. So I gave it different sentences for that. So I was studying is a gorum, a ko, wa. You were studying is e go ro, a ko, kwa. He was studying is all go ro, a ko, kwa. She was dressing up is all yiri no, that's she dressed up. Oh gosh, this is actually not correct. All Goro Akokwa is he studied. This is I was studying, I studied. So I gotta figure this out. Okay. Because This is not the same. I think it's not the same. I was studying versus I studied. I go to my part is I studied. So what am I doing here? I should just change this. I should just change this. Let me just say I studied. I studied. You studied. Because past tense is, this is past perfect tense. He studied. She dressed up. It fell down. We studied. You all studied. They studied. Do we have an I did? I should be. I would have been. I could have been. I had been. I'm going to be. I was going to be. I will have been. I was just been. What about I did? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I did. I think this guy is basing this on Latin languages. I did. You did. He did. She did. It did. We did. You all did. They did. Okay. Okay, let me say Oyuri. She dressed up Oyuri with, yeah, let me say yeah. It fell down. All Dara Nala. We studied Anyi Guru. Akwụkwọ. They studied. Oh, you all studied. Unu Guru. Akwụkwọ. They studied Ha Guru. Akwụkwọ. Okay. So that is that. But I wonder if you were, I was, you were, all that kind of stuff, is if there's a case for that, the past tense for, as opposed to imperfect tense. Let me look it up in my this thing. Do we have has? He has come. He will be. He could be. He should be. This would have. Had. What about has? Have. Used to. Let's put in I has. I have. He has. She has. You have. Do I have that? He have. Will have. Was. Am. Had. What about has? Nope. This guy's thing is so incomplete. Okay, let's go with has. Let's add that to the bottom of the list. Every time I come across a new one, I'll just add it. I have how you have, he has, she has, it has, we have, you all have, they have. because that context is uh la la. So um I don't know if that's past perfect, but what tense is what tense would have is have or have. Present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. I said they have finished or he has gone. He has gone. Um, yeah, this is present perfect tense. So let me type in present perfect here. Present perfect, present perfect, present perfect, present perfect. Oh, I could just do this. Pew, pew, pew. There we go. Present perfect. Okay. Um, sentences would be I have gone, you have gone, he has gone, she has come, it has fallen down, we have gone, you all have gone, they have gone. All right, let's write this in Igbo. I have gone. We know this one. It's just Allah or la. Sorry. I have gone is agalam. Agalam. Right? No, agalam with one A. Agalam. You have gone is E. Sorry, capital. E. Gala. Wait a minute. Obi Abiala about time. Obi Abiala about time. Abiawala, Agawala, Agalam, Agalam, Igala, Igala. You have gone, Igala. Is it Gala or Gala? I think it's two A's. He has gone, or Gala, or Gala. She has come, or Biala, or Biala. It has fallen down, or Gala, Nala. We have gone, Annie, Annie, A, Gala. I think this is what they're here. Agala. Anya Gala. Um, you all have gone. Uno. Uno. Agala. They have gone. Ha. Gala. I think this is correct, y'all. Y'all, I think this is correct. I'm not sure. One that said he did. Okay. I will be. All right. I will be would be that's the one we say I got my bull. I got my bull here. I got my bull this and that, whatever. So we'll say I will be what will we say? I will be coming, right? I got my yeah. I will be so we'll say I will come, I will future tense, right? I will come, not I will be coming, because that's a completely different statement. But I will come. So we'll say I will come, you will come, he will come, she will go, it will start, we will come, you all will come, they will come. Okay. So we'll say I gam abia agamabia. You will be I you will come, sorry. I ga yeah. He will be he will come. All gabia gabia. She will go. All ga aga. It will start. All gebido. We will come. Anyị ga-abịa. You all will be. Unu. Unu. You all will come, sorry. Unu ga-abịa. They will come. Ha ga-abịa. All right, cool. So we have 4 tenses already. We have more than that. There's some at the bottom. This one is I would be. I would be. So I don't know what that means. I would be. Let's say I would come. I would come. As in I would come, but something else is happening, right? This is conditional. I would come if you were. I would come if the events starts on time. You would come if you liked it. He would come if he liked it. She would come if she thought the event would start. Let's say if it started early. If it started early, it would it would start if the if Emeka comes early. You all would come if you wanted to. They would come if they wanted to. Okay. Let me call him again. Let me call my Igbo teacher again. Hello? Hello? Hey. Yeah, so I'm trying to conjugate a conditional. Like I would come if the event started on time. You would come if you liked it, you know? So how would I say that? That's for would? Or are you simplifying it? No, I would come. I would. As in, Oborona, this thing happens, I would do that thing. It's still got. So aga m abịa ọ bụrụ na omume bidoro n'oge. Okay, so it's got it. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm here. Mm-hmm. No, that's would have. That's would have. It's got. Just use got. Okay, got it. Thanks. Bye. Okay, it said I should use ga. So agam bia, and if is oborona, oboro boro na omume bido bidoro n'oge. That is, I would come if the event starts on time. You would come if you liked it. E e ga a bia o boro na o masịrị gị. Ị ga-abịa ọ bụrụ na ọ masịrị gị. He would come if he liked it. Ọ ga-bịa ọ bụrụ na Ọ masịrị ya. She would come if it started early. Ọ ga-bịa. Ọ bụrụ na o bidoro n'oge. It would start if Emeka comes early. Ọ ga-ebido. Ọ bụrụ na Emeka bịara n'oge. You all would come if you wanted to. Unu ga-bịa. Ọ bụrụ na unu chọrọ. Unu ga-abịa ọ bụrụ na unu chọrọ. I want to say chọrọ ịbịa because it's incomplete if you just end it there. Ọ bụrụ na unu chọrọ ịbịa. If you want to come, unu ga-abịa ọ bụrụ na unu chọrọ ịbịa. Okay, they. Hold up, this is we. Sorry. It should be we. We. Anyị. I missed one. This should be we would come if we wanted to. We would come if we wanted to. And then you all would come. You all would come if you wanted to. And then they would come if they wanted to. Okay, so we'll say anyị na-abịa ọ bụrụ na anyị chọrọ ịbịa. Anyị ga-abịa ọ bụrụ na anyị chọrọ ịbịa. Unu ga-abịa ọ bụrụ na unu chọrọ ịbịa. Ha ga-abịa ọ bụrụ na ha chọrọ ịbịa. Okay, cool. I could be. That one is Ewemi Kibo. I could come. I could come. Not I could have come, but I could come. I would. I could. Would have, could have. Okay, they do have should have. Okay. Had been, going to be, was going to be, will have been, was just. Okay. We'll get there. I could have come. We'll go with come because come is one of the easiest, like one of the most common words. Yeah, you know. So I could have come. You could have come. He could have come. Oh no, not have. I could come. You could come. He could come. She could go. It could begin. We could come. You all could come. They could come. Alright, let's write the sentences in Igbo. Enwere ike ịbịa. Ị nwere ike ịbịa. Ọ nwere ike ịbịa. She could go is ọ nwere ike ịga. Let me make that the correct. Ịga. It could begin. Oh, it's not all, it's oh, my bad. O nwere ike ịbịa. That's what I should have written. O nwere ike ịbịa. O nwere ike ịga. O nwere ike ịga. O nwere ike ibido. If it could begin, we could come. Anyị nwere ike ịbịa. You all could come. Unu nwere ike ịbịa. They could come. Ha nwere ike ịbịa. Cool. So that is could. Nwere ike is could or can. I could do something. I could. Not I could have, but I could. Okay. I could if I wanted to, you know? Enwere m ike bịa ọ bụrụ na m chọrọ. That's I could if I wanted to. Ọ bụrụ na m chọrọ ịbịa. Okay. I should be. I should be. I should be. Ekwesịrị m. Ekwesịrị m. I should. I should. Ekwesịrị m is what I'm supposed to do, right? That's what I should do. Ekwesịrị m. I should go. Let's do that. I should go is an example. I should. You should go. You should go. He should go. She should come. It should stop. We should go. You all should go. They should go. Okay. What I should go is ekwesịrị m ga. Ị kwesịrị ịga. Ịkwesịrị ịga. Ịkwesịrị ga. Ọ kwesịrị ga. She should come. O, it should have been O the first time too. O kwesịrị bịa. It should stop. O kwesịrị kwụsị. We should go. Anyị kwesịrị ga. They should go. You all should go. Unu kwesịrị ga. They should go. Ha kwesịrị ga. Okay. Let's go to the subjunctive, I am. But before we do, let's find out what the subjunctive means. The subjunctive is subjunctive tense is the subjunctive mood is a grammatical form used to explore conditional or imaginary situations, expressing wishes, doubts, commands, or necessities rather than hard facts. It is often found in that clause and will verb and with verbs like suggest, demand, or insist. Key example, if I were you, I suggest he study, and I suggest he study. Definitive, often called a mood rather than a tense. It represents a conceptual reality as opposed to the indicative mood with stated facts. If I were to win the lottery, or I wish it were Friday, I demand that he be present. She suggested that I take a break. It is crucial that she arrive on time. Um, I suggest that she go. If he were honest, I trust him. So I guess in some languages, think concepts like that change. It is important that he do this. I suggest that they do this. It is essential that they do this. I demand that if, you know, so I guess in situations like this, these parts of speech might change, like I am, you are, she is, blah blah blah. But I don't think it's so in Igbo. I think in this case, if I were to say, for example, it is important that you arrive on time, right? You would just say "Odimba na ibianoge," the ibianoge. It wouldn't change the um, it wouldn't change the verb the way it might in maybe Spanish or Italian or something. So I would delete these rows, right? I would delete these rows because the subjunctive is not relevant in Igbo language. So let's just delete these rows. Oh, can I, my bad. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, gosh. How do I just make all these rows go up? Insert, not pre-built table, no. Edit, delete, selected rows. Cool. All right, now we're going to would have. I would have, right? So I would have been. I would have been. Um, so I would have gone. We'll start with that. I would have gone. You would, sorry. You would have gone. He would have gone. She would have gone. Spelled gone wrong. By accident, typing too fast. No, we'll say she would have come. It would have stopped. We would have gone. You all would have gone. They they would have gone. Okay, now let's try to make this to Igbo. I would have gone is, what do we say would is? And then we'll just make that past tense, right? Would is ga. And then we'll say I would have gone is agaram. Right? Agaram aga. Agaram aga. Yes. You would have gone is igaraga. Igara aga. He would have gone is o gara aga. Aga. She would have come is o gara ogarabia. It would have stopped is o gara okusi. O gara kusi. Kusi. O gara kusi. We would have gone is anyị gara aga. You all would have gone unu. Unu gara aga. They would have gone as ha gara aga. Okay. I could have been. I could have been. So could is kwesi, right? Kwesi. Didn't I say that? Kwesi. Yeah. Should is could. Could is when ike. Where ike is could have. So this one is when ike. So we'll make it past tense. So when ike could have, right? So let's see. She could have done. So we'll say I could have done. I could have done it. You could have done it. He could have done it. She could have returned on time. It could have been good. We could have done it. You all could have done it. They could have done it. Okay, let's try to some Igbo. I could have done it. Enwere m ike enwere m ike mee ya. Is it nwere m ike ime ya? Or nwere m ike mee ya? Enwere m ike mee ya. Enwere m ike mee ya or nwere m ike ime ya? Enwere m ike mee ya. Let me just text him. See what it says. enwere m ike mee ya, or enwere m ike ime ya. I could have done it. Enwere m ike ime ya. Enwere m ike mee ya. Let's see what it says. And while we're waiting for him, let's translate it on Google Translate and see what Google Translate says. I could have done it. Oh, what? It says I got him. Got it, Maya. Got it, Maya. What is what? That doesn't say what I was trying to say at all. I could have. Okay, let's leave that for now. Anyway, Miki Maya. Miki Maya. E where Ike Maya. I don't know if that's correct. Yo. O where Ike Maya. Done. Oh, Maria. Oh, where Iki. Oh, where Iki Maria. This is O. Oh, where Iki Maria. Enwere m ike mere ya. Ị nwere ike imere ya. Ị nwere ike imere ya. Actually, this is not correct. This doesn't even sound grammatically correct. Enwere m ike imere ya. So maybe Google Translate is correct. I could have done it. M gara eme ya. She could have returned on time. O nwere ike lọtara n'oge. O nwere ike ịlọtara n'oge. Could have. M gara eme ya. Ị gara eme ya. Ọ gara eme ya. Ọ gara. This man is sleeping. He's not responding. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, this is hard. Igbo is not easy. It's not that it's not easy, but it's like people don't like teach you the framework that you should use to think about Igbo language. And it's hard to find anything where this framework is explained explicitly. Um, let me go and use the restroom and come back. I'm gonna put this on pause. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Um, Let me find. Okay, so we are at. Where were we? We are could have, and I am not sure. When you last saw me, we were at could have, and I wasn't sure if um if I was conjugating these correctly. So I was trying to find a resource that would steer me in the right direction. So let me think. I don't think this is correct. So I'm trying to find something. Obviously, Google Translate told me something else. Um, Google Translate told me something else. So I am kind of stuck trying to figure out what the correct thing is. And now I'm looking for, I have an Igbo textbook that teaches, it's like a Igbo linguistics book, an Igbo linguistics manual. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Igbo book, Igbo linguistics manual. Where are you? I have like 3 books. 3 books on Igbo linguistics. Could it be? Where I put those books? Okay, so I cannot find my Igbo linguistics manual, and my Igbo teacher is not responding. So I'm going to. I don't want to call him because I don't want to wake him up from sleep. You know what I mean? I don't want to wake him up from sleep. Um, I have another Igbo teacher that I could potentially ask. Let me ask her. Okay. It's clearly that this person is sleeping because they're not responding to me. Let me think. Should have. Oh my god. Let's go up with some sentences for should have. All right. I should have gone. I should have gone. You should have gone. He should have gone. She should have come. Oh, I should have gone. It should have stopped. We should have gone. You all should have gone. They should have gone. Alright. So I should have gone can be equacy gara. Equacy gara. Something doesn't sound right. Like something doesn't sound right about this. I should have gone. She should have come. Equacy gara. Equacy gara. Okay. I wish I had a teacher for this. I had been. Let's go to I had been. I had gone. I had gone. You had gone. He had gone. She had come. It had stopped. We had gone. You all had gone. They had gone. I had gone. Agawalam. Let me look it up. Agalam. Agalam. E. E. Gala. O. Gala. O. Biala. Had come, not has come. So agalaram. This is past tense. Agalaram. Igalara. Ogalara. Obialara. She had come. Obialara. It had stopped. All. Hey, this is gonna confuse me. All quasi. I think. Okosele. We had gone. Anyị Gala. You all had gone. Who knew? It should not be underlined. I don't know why it's underlining now. Okay. Unu. Gala. Ha. Ha. Gala. I don't like. Dude, I'm now getting confused. I'm going to be. Okay. I'm basically stuck, and I need to get because I'm getting to a place where I'm like not able to like conjugate right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to um, I'm going to get a teacher to get on this call with me and conjugate the rest of these with me. And then I will memorize them later. Put them in my Anki deck, memorize them, all that kind of stuff. But for now, I can't do this. I don't want to confuse myself and confuse people who might be watching. So let me just end the screen. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.